So, hello, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the session 3 of the 8th International Symposium for Young Researchers in Tourism, titled Technological Mutations and Innovations. My name is Ana Maria Candel from the University of Girona, and I'm honored to chair this session. As before, each speaker will have between 10 to 15 minutes for their presentation, followed by 5 minutes for questions and answers. I will be keeping track of the time, and a few minutes before the end, I will indicate the remaining time that you will have. So, this third section brings together 3 presentations that will guide us through digitalization in restaurants, virtual tourism experience, and digital transformation in heritage sites. So our first presentation is titled The Power of Digital Menus in Restaurant Revenue Management, delivered by Lourdes Bujalance Lopez from the Universidad Rey Juan Carlos. Lourdes, the floor is yours.
Hello, everyone. First of all, I have to apologize myself because I prepared the presentation in Spanish, but I'm going to try to follow in English, okay? I'm doing my thesis in the Rey Juan Carlos University, and Pilar Talón and Lidia González are my supervisors. And my thesis or my study investigate the impact of different design strategies in menus affecting to customer behavior. First of all, let me contextualize the restaurant industry that suppose between 3–4% of GDP. Fast 80% of restaurants introduced already the digital menus. So this is a transformation, no? Not only in management, but also in customer experience. Our costs are increasing constantly, and that makes compulsory to try to maximize our revenue and our profitability. Digitalization, of course, suppose a lot of new challenges, but also a lot of new opportunities. First of all, let me explain what revenue management means. And this is a philosophy of management that use strategies trying to maximize revenue and profitability, because in sales we have a very important cost, the distribution cost. So we try to maximize our revenue and profitability, considering that our companies have a limited capacity and a perishable inventory. So if we have a restaurant or a hotel or an airline and we have 200 tables or 200 rooms, and today we only full 100, tomorrow I cannot sell 300 to compensate. So we have to maximize our revenue every day. In restaurant, till now, we used to have paper, printed menus, so we have to offer always same plates, same dishes, and at the same price. But no more. Thanks to the digital menus, we can dynamize our prices, our offer, and also personalize our offer. So that makes a new or a modern restaurant revenue management, what we are going to talk about. Also, menu engineering. This study aims to analyze the impact of some design strategies in menu. And the menu engineering means that first, considering which plates or dishes are the most convenient to sell in terms of rentability and popularity, and then try to guide customer choices in these plates that we are first decided, no? Reinforcing the perception of value. And of course, we have to base our studies in consumer behavior theories that say that customer choices are not 10% or 100%, sorry, rational. So there are some biases and heuristics, and in the digital menus increase this impact. Okay, some of the theories, or some of the most important theories in customer behavior are the response to a stimulus. No? Customers respond to visual and textual stimulus like colors, highlightings, symbols, and they affect to the customer choices. Nudging, that makes nudge. Esto es como un empujón, nudge. We can use nudges to guide the customer choices without restricting their freedom of choices. And there is another important theory that is the Q summa theory, that in digital entornos, que no sé cómo se dice en inglés, in digital environments, when we add not only textual but also video or audios or image, auditive and visual channels that increase and improve the customer experience and, of course, influence customer behavior. Some of the biases are the anchovy effect. When you use higher price at the top of the list, customers are improving their willingness to pay. When we highlight positive effects in your decision that influence your choices, social imitation, of course, influence also customer choices, and position effect also. The attention is limited, and it is investigated that the plates in first position are best sellers. So considering all of this context, we justify our study because there is a gap in the knowledge, there is a transformation, a digital transformation, and there is the necessity to maximize our profitability in times of continuous increasing cost. Our objectives, the main objective is to investigate, aims to investigate the strategies, and a specific objective is to actualize the restaurant revenue management framework and make an experiment, a simulated experiment. No? This is our methodology. We follow a systematic literature review because of the transparency and repeatable and auditable methodology that contribute to the knowledge. And we follow also a simulated experiment with survives and testing different strategies. These are the menus. We design a based menu 0 with no variables. It's a control treatment. And menu 1 with some variables like including images or including highlightings. Okay, and in this other menu we include some symbols, highlightings, okay? And we test it. The results in our systematic literature review show us that before in restaurant revenue management, we only use capacity management, duration management, and price management. But strategic levers are detected because of data. Now, thanks to the digital menus, we have access to a lot of data from customer behavior. So this information management is also a strategic lever, and sales management to optimize the process of sales. And here is where detect menu engineering as a technique to increase, ¿cómo se dice? El gasto medio. Average, exacto. And is after detected this gap or this new challenge, we develop our studies. We have detected that before in restaurant revenue management, we only were focused on optimized capacity, ¿vale? But now we try also to, we are able to apply dynamic rates and dynamic prices. And also we can distribute our menu through other distribution channels. The results from the survey say that positioning is the most effective strategy. Then visual symbols, like a star, we test and start, and a descriptive, add descriptions next to the dish name. In this case, seasonal product. But, for example, including an image was not significant. Maybe because the image was not high quality image. This is one of our limitations. Conclusions. The sales management is a very high opportunity way of increasing our sales. The menu design affect customer behavior, and menus are now interfaces. O sea, espera, esto lo voy a decir en español. Se convierten en herramientas estratégicas. Menus below strategic tools for management that not only influence management, but also customer experience. So we are able to collect a lot of data, we are able to be more efficient in our decisions, but also we are able to improve customer experience and improve loyalty. There is the possibility with artificial intelligence to personalize the menus. If you have visited before the restaurant and you normally ask for paella, probably when you read the QR code, you will have a personalized menu different from other person. And of course, we can apply all of these strategies to try to improve healthy behavior, no? And sustainability plates. Now, because one of our limitations is that this is a simulated experiment. We are now developing a real field experiment in a restaurant during 6 months. And we are testing in a real way these strategies. Which theoretical and practical implications we have? Well, it helps us to understand better the modern restaurant revenue management, to develop new theoretical frameworks, And of course, to the company, to the restaurants, restaurant managers can use these studies to decide how to use their menus. There is another investigation, there is another publication that 80% of restaurant managers don't use menu design as an strategic tool, only to communicate. And most of them, they only translate digital, they digitalize the printed menu in digital menu. But this is not, well, we have a lot of more opportunities with digitalization. Vale. ¿Qué más? Limitations and future investigations. And there is another difference or a limitation in this experiment, in this menu design. We tested different variables with different plates. So results could be not as real. And in this new experiment, we are applying all strategies with the same plate. So we avoid personal preferences. ¿Sí? Bueno, pues, and here are some of my references. If you have any question, too much information to give in 10 minutes.
Thank you very much, Lourdes, for your insightful talk, for showing us how digital menus can serve as a strategic tool in restaurants. So now we will open the floor for questions. Here we have one. Silvia.
Hola. English, Castellano?
Lourdes, English.
English? Okay.
Hello.
Thank you for the presentation. It's a very interesting topic. I have a question more on the, it's more than a question, a reflection, because it's very interesting to see how these digital menus can work in revenue management. But I come from a family that we have had restaurants, the whole family, and so this is something that has been done historically in restaurants, because you always have something outside the menu, and it's kind of, if the waiter goes and says, I have this, this, and this, it also influences, because people tend to, depending, to choose more or less, depending on this. Or even, for example, when you have this kind of labels, or you belong to a culinary collective, for example, you have like, some dishes that are kind of traditional dishes that you can just put symbols, on the menu. So my question is, have you considered also to compare, for example, if these other strategies that are not digital but are used for restaurants can...
In this study, in the first simulated experiment, we tested position effect, symbols effect, descriptions. Y ya está, creo. And in this last experiment, we choose only this one that has more effect, the position effect, and also a description of sustainability, to try to see if sustainability increase value to customer decisions. No? Of course, there is a lot of future investigations, or future lines of investigation, very interesting, as you mentioned. But in this, we wanted to focus, because we wanted to get a lot of data. We are doing this experiment for 6 months, and we decided only 2, because we rotate the menu every day. We have a base control treatment, one menu design with sustainability description, and one with position effect. So we rotate every day, ¿vale? Every day lunch, every day dinner, weekday, weekend day. So in order to have a lot of data to make a robust results. But next time, maybe next paper,
We have a conference on gastronomy tourism in February in Olot, so if you want to come and show some results, you will be welcome.
I take note, of course.
There's another one.
Pero sí, hay muchas cosas que ya se han hecho siempre. Pasa que ahora les damos nombre y en inglés. Perdona, que te decía que hay muchas cosas que ya se han hecho siempre, pero que ahora les damos nombre y en inglés.
Hola. That's very interesting study, and it's needed because digitalization and transformation now is so important topic. My question here about the study that you make.
I don't understand nothing, eh?
You hear
I
me?
cannot hear good.
Now you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. You studied the restaurants, and you always speak about restaurants and customers. If the study includes a division of customers types, for example, because certain categories and segments, they have more access to technology or their lifestyle is more connected to technology, like young people, for example, and also the types of restaurants. You have classic restaurants, for example, whose type of clients are different from fast food restaurants. Did you thought about adding more depth to the study by?
This study, this simulated study, it was a questionnaire, no, a survey. So we asked for four demographic variables: age, economic earns, study, o sea, education level, and gender, ¿vale? I didn't include these results here because we had 449 questionnaires, no? 150 per menu, 150 menu 0, menu 1, menu 2. Okay, then instead we made tablas de contingencia. We applied contingency tables to analyze how these demographic variables moderate customer choices. They are not strong enough because some of them are only one woman from 35 till 49 years old who choose this, you know. We tried, but it's not strong enough. On the other way, in this new experiment, in the field experiment that we are realizing in the restaurant, customers doesn't know that there is an experiment, and waiters don't know also. So we cannot ask demographic data. We decided to do it to get real behavior, and not saying no customers, no waiters know that there is an experiment.
Any other questions?
But of course, results, but not only in this study, other studies, demographic variables moderate decisions, customer choices, see, is.
So thank you once again, Lourdes, for your valuable contributions. And now we will continue with our second presentation, is Digital Detachment, Virtual Tourism, Authenticity, and the Paradox of Being Away, delivered by Joy Won from the University of Girona. So Joy, please go ahead.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's a very pleasure to be here with you today. And consider I'm just a PhD student 2 days ago. So, so I'm going to present the original idea from my master thesis, Rethinking Existential Authenticity in Virtual Tourism on the Paradox of Being Away. Hope this can bring something for you, even just a teeny tiny spark. And first, I would like to invite you to think about travel in a new way. the one that doesn't like packing bags, booking flights, and even leaving your room. I'm going to talking about a growing phenomenon of virtual tourism, especially through the open world video games. And we are going to explore how wandering through digital landscapes, those like in the game, like the Legend of Zelda, well, Breath of the Wild, can provide a sense of being away and emotional renewal, and similar to the traditional tourism. This brings me an interesting idea, what I call the digital detachment. And about being away, what is being away? Let's rewind a little bit. And what is it about travel that feels so refreshing? Consider to the classical tourism research, the idea of being away is essential. Think about it. When you travel, you have to do two things. First, you will physically leave your familiar environment, like your room, your workplace, and your daily routines. And second, you will mentally disconnect from your everyday identity. You are not just a manager, a professor, a student, or a parent. You will be a traveler. This break allows you to relax, to reflect, and return home feeling renewed. And this concept, discussed by researchers like Kaplan and Cohen, has always tied to the physical movement. That means you have to go somewhere to be away. And in the recent years, technology has completely reshaped this idea. Because now with those virtual reality and the VR and those richly designed open world games, we can experience what it's like to explore Antarctica, to climb the Machu Picchu, to roam through those fantasy world, without moving our bodies. And this creates a fantastic paradox. Can we achieve that the same feeling of being away and the emotional renewal without actually going anywhere? And is a digital form of being away just as valuable? And does it lack the authenticity or meaningful to we associate with the real travel? All these questions that guided the research I'm sharing you with today. And about the research method, how the study worked. To dig into these questions, I choose the qualitative approach, which means I focus on personal stories and experiences. I conduct in-depth interview with those adults who really engage in the virtual tourism, and these are people who use VR apps and open world games, like I mentioned before, the Breath of the Wild and the World of Warcraft and Red Dead Redemption. Several times a month, and I will ask a question like that. Tell me about a time in the game when you felt completely detached from your real life, and how did the virtual world feel genuine or meaningful to you, and how did you feel after experience? Did it affect your mood or mindset later? And I recover their responses, use use like a thematic analysis method identifying the common theme in qualitative data to understand what was really happening during and after these digital adventures. And what we learned from these questions, the findings were clear and compelling. People really did experience a deep sense of psychological detachment and emotional renewal. Here is what I discovered. First, it's about mental immersion. And even though their bodies still in the room, participants' minds were fully transported. They spoke about getting lost in the beauty and vastness of game world, and many reported to games like I mentioned before, Breath of the Wild, as a digital utopia. It's perfect escape, especially during those stressful period, like the COVID-19 lockdowns. And this mental state is what anthropologist Victor Turner called liminality, transitional in-between space where the normal rules of our lives are suspended. And in the games, people just, like I said before, they are not just the office workers or parents. They are the adventurers, the role shifting all of the true mental being away. And about the second funding, it's about exploration. And what stood out wasn't action or combat, it was exploration. Because those players love to climbing the virtual mountains and crossing the digital rivers and discovering the hidden valleys, or even just simply seeing some sunset in the game. And those moments brought feelings of peace and curiosity and inspiration. And many reported lower stress levels and refreshed mindset afterward. It's a clear sign of self-renewal, and also one of the main goals of traditional tourism. And about the third finding, it's about authenticity. This was one of the most important insights. Of course, because the players knew that the game wasn't real in a physical sense. You can't actually feel the wind or even touch the water in the virtual world. This what scholar Michael Connor calls material authenticity, and it's missing here. But what players valued instead was affective authenticity, emotional realness. And they didn't care whether the stone in a castle were physically real. They cared whether their experience felt meaningful. And did the story move them? Did the word inspire awe, or did it feel real? And because the answer was often yes. And the virtual experiences hold its own kind of authenticity. The supports ideas from the thinker named Baudrillard, who argued that simulations can sometimes feel more real than the reality itself. This concept he called hyperreality. And about lasting impact, perhaps most surprisingly, because the benefits of virtual tourism didn't always end when the game just turned off. And the participant reported that about the short-term effects, calmness, relaxation, and inspiration immediately after playing. And about long-term effects, better stress management, and improved mood, even increased creativity in their daily lives. Some said peaceful feeling will stay with them for hours. This suggests that open world games and VR experiences aren't just entertainment. They can serve as therapeutic tools for those mental recovery or emotional regulation. And what this all means, first, we need to expand our understanding of tourism. We should to know that being away is no longer just physical. It can also be cognitive and emotional. And digital environments offer a valid form of being away and refreshment. And second, authenticity is not black and white. It's more like a spectrum from physical interaction on one end to emotional connection on the other. And virtual experiences can be deeply authentic in their own way. Finally, there are practical implications. Those tourism professionals can develop a hybrid offers like using VR to preview the destination and enhance travel planning. All those mental health practitioners might consider to use those guided virtual exploration, help people to deal with this stress or anxiety or isolation. And in the end, we are seeing a new form of travel emerge, one where the mind can journey further than the body. Digital worlds, though simulated, can provide a real emotional benefits and a powerful sense of being away. So next time when you see some people play those open world game, like I mentioned many times, Breath of the Wild, I'm a big fan of this game. They may not just only be playing, they may be traveling like me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Joy, for this presentation. Let's now open the Q&A session.
Thank you. Give us a very interesting research. My question is, which one do you think is better, VR or open world game? Allow your experience the feeling of the being way. Why?
I think, of course, the open world game, because through the open world games you can explore everywhere on your own, not just follow the rules, or finish the task. You can have a better sense of immersion. So I think open world game will be better.
Any other question?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I was amazed. I know nothing about games, to be honest. So my comment is not about games at all, because this is nothing of my, let's say, world. But I was probably one of those who think when I see someone else playing a game, I think they are wasting their time. You know, I think, okay, what is this? You're playing a game. What is this? You know, like as if playing a game was something almost bad, let's put it like that. And with your presentation, I learned a lot. I can now understand that playing a game is eventually maybe like watching a movie or a documentary, or observing the beauty of a piece of art in a museum. You know, that I don't think is a waste of time, right? I think that's actually something very interesting eventually, and culturally enriching and so on. So I think you indeed did a very beautiful piece of research. I think you open a potentially very fertile grounds for further research. I know your supervisor, so I know a little bit about your PhD, and I know you're eventually not going to follow this way, but it does sound like a very, very interesting and potentially beautiful venue for future research. Maybe, who knows, maybe after your PhD. It does sound like a very, very nice, a second PhD. I'm giving you a second PhD ideas without starting. You already started 2 days ago, your first PhD. You have a second PhD idea already. Thank you very much. Thank you. Because these kind of presentations that open the eyes of something that we take for granted is in one way, we see it can be in a totally different way. So I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Question or comment. I just wanted to say thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone.
Well, any other questions? So, well, I have one question that is related, very short, if you see virtual experiences as a possible substitute of the traditional tourism activity. Because, yeah, here you don't have to move anywhere, as we know the tourism right now. So, what do you think about with this research that you have?
Sorry, I didn't.
If you see that these virtual experiences that you are researching is a possible substitute of the traditional tourism activity, or maybe it's a complement of the traditional tourism.
Yeah, I think the virtual tourism can't replace the traditional tourism. They just can be the complementary with the traditional tourism. Like like I said before, to preview the destination, or enhancing the travel plan, or do some culture teaching things like this. Yeah.
Okay, thank you again, Joy, for your reflections, and we will continue with our third and final presentation.
Thank you.
Of this session is research on the digital transformation and upgrading strategies of cultural heritage tourist scenic areas, a case study of the Longman Grow tools, presented by Don Juan, also from the University of Girona. Don? Ah, here it is.
Hello. Hello, hello. It's okay. 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 Good afternoon, everyone. It's a great honor to be here at the seminar. My name is Dong Wang, and I'm the master from the University of the Girona. So today, I'm going to present our research on the digital transformation about the cultural heritage site with the case study of the Loman grottos. So let me start in the background. Cultural heritage site all over the world face on the common challenge: how to protect the fragile relics, and to allowing the tourism to visit and learn. This is especially true for ancient sites like the Loman grottos, which is a UNESCO World Cultural Heritage site, with with over 100,000 statues carved into the cliff. So, too many visitors can cause the damage, we know. But we also want let the tourism to close the cultural heritage, close the humans' culture treasures. So that's where the digital transformation comes in. Using the technology, we can create a new way for people to experience cultural heritage without harming the physical site. So the purpose of of our study, we study were to understand how digital tools can help balance, protect, and tourism. So we focus on the case study of the Roman grottos. Now let me explain how we conducted the research. We used several methods. First we did in-depth interviews with 12 people, include the managers, researchers, and the staff in the grottos. The second, we distributed the questionnaire online and received the 359 valid response in the visitors. Also, we did a field study to see how digital tools we were being used on site. To analyze all the information, we use grounded theory, help us to find the key patterns in qualitative data. Through this, we identified 5 main dimensions that affect visitors' digital experience. There are the first is technology perception. This means how visitors feel about the digital tools. The second is management efficiency. This means how well the site manages the digital system. The third one is the culture experience. This means how technology help culture learning. The fourth is behavioral intention. Whether visitors want to use digital service again. The last one is awareness, protection. Whether people understand the role of the technique in the protection. From the interviews and the surveys, we found several problems in the Roman grottos. The first is technology. Technology infrastructure is incomplete. For example, in some area, the Wi-Fi signal is very weak. People couldn't use scan the QR code or use a mobile guide properly. The second one is the digital experience is not very immersive. In the site is a very only one immersive experience is a huge dome theater. It showing the digital show. But the feedback, the visitors' feedback is the image quality is very low, and the visitors feel it's not engaged in. The third is a culture product is sold are very similar to other sites, like the keychains and the postcard. They don't really take advantage of the digital innovation or unique culture stories. The fourth is there a lack of the data sharing between the different departments. For example, the ticket team and the tourism team, they not sharing their own the data. So, which makes the management inefficient. So the last one is international promotion is weak. Now the Roman Grotto site just have the website, but they don't update every day or every month. So and there are a few English or multilingual digital service, and the grottos are not well promoted on global social media. On, on the other hand, the surveys shows that the visitors really want better digital service. So, for example, we can see the first one is the more than 63.3% people want buy the unique unique digital culture products, and the more than the 75% person like the immersive experience, and the last is more than 50% people prefer to buy the ticket online. So what we recommend the first, we propose the 3 main strategies for digital transformation. The first is technology support. We suggest building a strong digital infrastructure. This includes better network coverage, smart navigation system, and digital databases for culture relics. For example, using the 3D scanning to create digital copies of the status, so people can view them online and without damaging the real one, the original, the relics. The second, management optimization. It's important to break down the barriers, break down data barriers between departments. Better data sharing can help the managing visitor flow, especially during the peak season. For example, using a real-time data to guide the tourists go to the less crowded area and reduce the pressure on the most fragile status. The third one is experience upgrade. We recommend creating more interactive and personalities experience. This can include AR games like the Joy share this, and maybe people can restore the relics online or on your mobile phone. Also developing unique digital culture products like the virtual souvenir or online exhibition that can be shared worldwide. So the last one, inclusion. Digital transformation is not just technology. It means about use the technology to protect cultural heritage while improving the visitors' tourism experience. Our study shows that the visitors are ready for more digital service, and a site like the Lumen Grottos can benefit great from the structured digital upgrade. We hope our research can provide useful ideas, and not only for Lumen Grottos, but also for other cultural heritage sites around the world. Thank you.
Thank you very much, though, for this presentation. Now we open the Q&A session. Any questions? Okay.
Thank you so much. Could you please just introduce a little bit about Lumen Grotto? And I just wondering why the digital tourism so necessary in this place?
Okay, it's a good question. Is maybe the Lumen Grottos is a very famous the heritage site in China. It was built in 493 AD. It's Emperor Xiaowen moved the capital from Datong, Shanxi to Luoyang, Henan. There are more than 100,000 figures into the cliffs. So and building more than 400 years. So it's huge and it's a human treasures. And why we must necessary to development the digital transformation, because can you guess last year how many people to visit this site? The answer is more than 7 million. More than 7 million. So it's lots of people to come here, but the government is really happy. But the problem is the status, the relics. Maybe we need to protect this. So the digital transformation is a good ways to protect the relics and the best way to service to the lots of the visitors. Thank you.
We have at the end another question.
Yeah, thank you so much for the wonderful presentation. My question is also building on the previous question. Actually, I'm wondering if there are any girls endangered in Longmen Growth, because I know that some formerly closed.
We can hear you if you speak louder,
okay,
please.
Sorry.
Yeah,
sorry. My question is like, how many are there like growths are really endangered and that should be closed? Few visitors, because I know some caves in France, Lascaux Cave, they are like formally like closed because there are too many tourists and they are damaging the site. Is that the case for the Longmen Grove too? And if the visitor they want to going into the real cave, but like you are showing the digital like immersive experience, there will be complaints about that tourist that I'm going to have the authentic experience, but you are showing me. I'm wondering about that balance. Thank you.
Okay. In the Lumen Grottos, I think it's not in the Lumen Grotto. There's the same situation about. It's very like I said, it's a common challenge all over the world. The cultural heritage, but the Longmen Grottos is very special. It's not different with the museum. The museum is a building, it's a space. But this, you can see the picture, it's an open area, it's a natural area. So, and it's very famous, so lots of people want to hear. It brings the, maybe the damage, maybe dangerous. But now it's a good thing is in this site they have their own the academy, the Longmen Academy. It protects this area and research this how to protect this, and not only the restore the status, but I think it's good ways to protect it. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Don. Any other questions? I think we're done. Okay. So thank you once again, Don, for your presentation. And with these three presentations, we have explored different perspectives on technological innovation and tourism, from revenue management in the restaurant sector to virtuality as a space of affective authenticity, to digital transformation in heritage sites. So I sincerely thank to all our presenters for their valuable contributions and the audience for your thoughtful questions. With this, we conclude session 3, Technological Mutation and Innovation. Now, We will take a short break before continuing with the last session of the days and our Girona tour at the end of this day. So see you here, I think 5 to 5, in order to start on time at the next session. So.
YouTube Premium is ad-free YouTube and YouTube Music Premium. Try 1 month free of charge. of these subscriptions can really add up. So why not get YouTube Premium? It's like having all those and the entire world of YouTube uninterrupted for just one price. YouTube Premium. Try 1 month free of charge. YouTube Premium is ad-free YouTube, and video downloads you can watch anytime, anywhere. Try 1 month free of charge.
YouTube Premium is ad-free YouTube and the YouTube Music app all together. Try 1 month free of charge.
YouTube Premium is ad-free YouTube and exclusive access to all things VIP, so you can superfan from your sofa. Try 1 month free of charge.
Hello, Hello, everyone. Welcome back to today's session, which is the fourth and the last one for the first day of the 8th Symposium for Young Researchers. The fourth session, it's titled Mutations in Research Perspectives and Methodologies in Tourism. I, Adriana Figueroa, will be chairing this, session, and I would like to invite first Uriol Gallardo from Universidad Rovira y Virgili for his presentation titled Smart Tourism Destinations as a Pathway to Resilience, Setting and a Research Agenda. The floor. Thank you, Uriol. Perfect timing. So now let's move on to questions or comments, if there are any. Anyone? Okay, so let me ask you, what could you remark as the main challenge to conduct this research, or the challenges? Indeed. Okay. Any other questions or comments? No? Okay, so thank you very much. And now, last but not least, we will move on with Silvia. With Silvia Casellas Uriol from Universidad Pompeu Fabra. The floor is yours, Silvia. Thank you very much, Sylvia. Is there any questions or comments within the audience?
Yo sí tengo una pregunta. Dentro de toda esta, como esta forma de narrativa transmedia del turismo, ¿hasta qué punto se tiene los destinos o los diferentes lugares tienen control de la narrativa que se está dando y no se empieza a tergiversar esa narrativa o lo que cuenta el lugar?
Hola, volia preguntar sobre si podies ampliar una mica el treball que vareu fer sobre Olot i els Sants. Sí. Si podies ampliar. No podies seguir en castellà. Sí, sí. Bueno, gracias. Me ha interesado mucho la exposición. De todas maneras, digamos, a ver si se formula la pregunta. En cualquier lugar de Europa que tenga un relato cultural fuerte, asentado, ¿no? Por ejemplo, que sé, Florencia lo tiene asentado en el Renacimiento, Verona lo tiene, todo el mundo sabe lo que es Romeo y Julieta, ¿no? Evidentemente, el cuadro de Friedrich, yo diría que aquí mismo no creo que se conozca tan bien lo que significa el romanticismo alemán, que es una parte cultural de Europa, pero ya creo que esto ya es compartido. En el caso de Olot, lo que ha llegado, o lo que ha sido parte de la cocina, que es una cosa que parte de una escuela concreta. Hacemos una pregunta entre las personas que viven, este sería la parte esos proyectos del mundo de la cultura compartida, el legado porque la mayoría de la gente no sabe lo que es un santo, no lo sabe reconocer la gente. Tú tienes aquí santos, lo que es un crucifijo, no sabe qué significa. ¿Eh? Estamos hablando de este nivel. Un santo, imagínate, sus atributos, qué significa, para qué sirve. Este tipo de sistema, digamos, tecnológico, cada se divierte uno, pinta un santo, bueno, pero esto en qué medida cambia o mejora el conocimiento profundo de lo que eso significa. Esa es mi pregunta. No, sí, pero el conjunto, digamos, ¿no? O sea, no discuto el valor, ¿eh? A ver, no quiero explicarme bien, no discuto. Me ha interesado mucho, aparte de que es muy interesante que gente que se dedica a un tema como la comunicación entre a trabajar en el turismo de otra manera, eso lo encuentro fantástico. Lo único que digo, a ver si me sé explicar, es que nuestra competencia a nivel turística en Europa está formada por países que comparten de una forma mucho más seria un legado cultural, que lo comparten. O sea, en Francia no hay nadie que no sepa quién es Molière, no existe. Puedes hacer una encuesta y no existe alguien que no sepa quién es Molière. Unos sabrán mucho más que otros, pero no existe, no sé quién es Molière, no existe. ¿Eh? Aquí, pues, no compartimos eso de la convergencia cultural. ¿Qué significa la convergencia cultural? Digo creación, sí. Sí, pero digamos que partimos...
Dear, I'm sorry, dear Dulos and Sylvia. I'm sorry, I have to stop you here and ask you to continue your, yes. Yeah, no, because it's a really interesting topic, but we are forced to finish here. Don't worry. Thank you so much for your interventions. We are going to finish here today's sessions. And on behalf of the organizing committee, I would like to thank you all for being here with us today. We hope to see you tomorrow at the same venue, starting at 9:30 a.m. And now for those who are coming with us to the tour, at 5:55, we are all together going to San Domenic Square, which is right outside the university's building, to start the tour. Thank you so much again, and see you tomorrow. Please don't forget your belongings, because we are not coming back here today. So let's take our all belongings to the tour. Thank you.
Hola.